Joining us now for an exclusive interview is Alaska Air CEO Ben Minicucci, along with our very own Phil LeBeau. Welcome to you both. Phil?
Thank you, Kelly. Ben, thanks for joining us today from Alaska's headquarters in Seattle. Let's start first off. We talked about the profitability in the fourth quarter and the fact that you turned a profit. When you look at the rest of 2022, I know this is going to be a challenging first couple of months, but the rest of this year, when do you expect things to really start to accelerate? Is it March and April? And then what are you expecting for the summer?
Yeah, great to be here with you, Phil and Kelly. What we're seeing is a strengthening of bookings beyond President's Day, Phil, and beyond. So we're looking at, right now our forecast is for us to be profitable in March and profitable in the second, third, and fourth quarter. So bookings are picking up from their lows in early January. And yes, January and February are going to be hit hard with Omicron.
Ben, let's talk about the cost impact that you guys are noticing right now. We've talked with a number of your competitors, and almost all of them say the same thing. Costs are going to be an issue in 2022, whether it's wage inflation, fuel prices. How worried are you about inflation overall and what it's going to mean on the cost side of the ledger?
You know, we're always worried about costs, Phil, and of course, labor inflation is one of them. Where we're looking now at costs, especially in the second half of the year, we're looking at our costs being, flat to slightly up, our unit costs. So, overall, it's always a worry, but, we have a low-cost mindset. We have a high productivity mindset, and we hope to contain those costs throughout the end of the year. But, labor costs, fuel costs, always a big issue in our industry.
Yeah, we've seen some big pilot pay increases, Ben. I'm curious how many of your aircraft are affected by this 5G issue, if there's any airports in particular that are, a challenge.
Yeah, Kelly, we made a lot of progress with 5G, but unfortunately here in Seattle, we have a lot of fog. We have a lot of fog here today. And one fleet type that we're impacted by is our regional fleet. And we have Embraers 175. We have 62 of them. And one airport in particular is one north of Seattle called Payne Field. And we canceled almost 60 flights over the last week or so because of low visibility conditions. So there's still work to do on gathering data from telecom companies and putting them in this FAA model. So we hope that's going to get better. But right now we are seeing an impact with our regional fleet.
Ben, I was listening to your earnings call today, and there was a question regarding corporate bookings and your expectation there. And I was struck by one of the statistics that you guys threw out when it comes to your tech corporate customers, that tech corporate travel is down anywhere from 70 to 90%. Is that more extreme than what you're noticing with other corporate customers? And is that just something specific to the tech industry? It just struck me as being a greater drop-off than we're seeing in other industries.
Yeah, Phil, great question. Small business, we're seeing, good pickup from small business. And, before Omicron, we had recovered to 50 or 60%. But the bigger companies, the bigger tech companies, because of Omicron and the, work from home and not returning to office, we're seeing a bigger impact from them. So a little slower there, but our belief is as we get past Omicron, we get past to more a stable environment, that we'll see that corporate business travel come back. And so like I said, right now we're in the 40 or 50% range, and we hope to be back to the 70 or 80% range, hopefully by the end of the year.
One last question for me, Ben. When you look at your fleet, you've already committed to converting to an all-Boeing fleet. You've placed a big order for 737 MAXs. As you filter those in, and I know you already have some in your fleet, what are you noticing in terms of greater efficiency?
Phil, from a Boeing 737 MAX and an A320, we're seeing upwards of 20% fuel efficiency on the 737 MAX. It's a great airplane. Our pilots love flying it. Our flight attendants and guests notice how quiet the airplane is. It's 40% more quiet in the interior. And it's been a great airplane for us. We have 13 in the fleet. We have a firm order for 93, so there's 30 coming for the rest of the year. We're excited about the airplane. It's a big part of our growth strategy.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.